Hey everybody, welcome to Big Time Reality TV episode 10. Took a week off due to the holiday, but I'm back and we finally got him. Brandon Tindel, you
Yeah,
guys know him as Mr. Challenge.
he's here. In the comfort of my bed with some pillows, just chilling on a Saturday.
Absolutely. You guys can find him on Twitter at Tindel10. You guys can find me at CCA Kirk. The blog is bigtimerealitytv.blogspot.com. Did a couple of posts. Big Time Reality.
Oh, let me hold on. Let me pause that. I was on the YouTube thing. Okay, we're good.
It happens all the time. I was doing like a special one the other day, and it happened to me.
Okay,
So how we doing, Brandon?
doing fantastic. Like I said, I was. This is the most professional thing I could ever say in my life. I was out last night. It was a Friday night. I live in Las Vegas, so I like to do my Fridays up really nice. I am in the comforts of my bed, just chilling, and I'm stoked to finally be talking with you because you're a huge fan of the show, and what could be better than that?
Yeah, it's been like I told you before we went live. It's been 9 episodes in the making, but we finally got it. So we're gonna rock and roll.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah. So first thing I want to know is talk to us about the casting process. Like, how did you get a part of the show? What did you have to do? Let us know how you got on the show.
Okay, well, I I talk about this to people all the time because people are interested about this. Basically, just applied. You send them like a couple pictures. If they like your pictures, then they like send you another email. Fill out more questions. After you fill out more questions, they give you a call. They want to set up a Skype interview. I know for some people it was easier than others. Mine was like a long process. I can't speak for everybody, but I know like some people got it easier than others. Then you fly down for finals if they like your Skype interview. Finals, you're filling out so many questions. This is where they're actually doing like the matchmaking process. Bubbling in thousands of bubbles.
Yeah.
Seeing
I think Brianna talked about that on my friend's interview about the bubbling questions. Like there was one question that always came up over and over. Do you like rap or something like that?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was repetitive. It was very repetitive, but like I'm pretty sure they're trying to nail down here perfect matches. So I'm all for it. I seriously was such a huge fan of season one. I was all for the process. Like I was the biggest season one fan. Shout out to Christy and Shanley. Shanley, oh my gosh, she's the best. I love Shanley.
She definitely is.
She's the best.
I had her on, Brandon, back in February on a Spreecast.
Yeah.
I kid you not, over 100 some odd people listened, and I have like 12,000 archive views. It was crazy, and it was like a Thursday morning.
Well, I mean, we have the millions and millions watching us, so I feel pretty good about it.
Oh yeah. So you mentioned Christine and Shanley. Who else? Who else did you like from the first season?
I like them all in their own way. It's like I think Ryan a lot, Brittany, Adam, Wes. I liked them all in their own way. Like it was just such a good season. I could say I probably didn't like Simone very much, and that's being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Simone,
You like her now? Has she been hating on you on her little Simone
dude,
says?
yeah, Simone hates, but like I love it. I love it when people hate. It makes it more fun for me. And I actually met Simone when I was out in LA for a reunion, so that was fun. And we bickered at each other. It was really cool. I met her at a party.
So going into the house first, before you guys all met, you guys, from what I heard on Brianna's interview, I'm gonna go back to that one. You guys were all in the house for like an hour before Ryan introduced you guys. Did you guys even have any clue about the 11th girl?
No clue. Like you can see the reactions of the reactions were 100% real. it was interesting because I knew that it wasn't going to affect the game that much, but it started affecting us with how things were going down. Like I I knew first matchup ceremony that I wasn't supposed to pick her, but I wasn't going to do that because we were hitting it off on the first week, and that would have been like really hardcore strategy just to not pick her every single week, and I think it would have made for horrible TV. So I picked her week one, even though I knew I wasn't supposed to.
What do you mean by that? Were you guys all
Well,
trying
I
to
mean,
plot against
the
her?
strategy with her is like you're never supposed to pick her for a matchup ceremony. Like we all knew that, but I mean, think after we got confirmed to no match, I think basically nobody should have been picking her, especially with how everything went down. But it kept happening, and it was like it kind of threw us a loop for with our lights. Like we were not supposed to be picking her strategy wise.
Yeah. So going into the house, and I was like asking this question because it always seems like it's a different one than the one that the person is end up attracted to. Who was your original attraction just looking at the girls?
Out of the
First,
out of the first 10,
yeah.
um, I'll go with uh, I'll go with Bree on that one. Yeah.
Why Brie?
I don't know. She has the attitude, and they actually showed one of our scenes on the first episode where, like, when we first met, and that's exactly like what I told them that I wanted was somebody who could like battle back with me, who had an attitude, who like didn't get easily offended, and she doesn't get easily offended. She just like backs her shit up. I liked Bree when I first got in the house, and I remember doing interviews talking about it. So. And then they don't show a lot, but we also had a conversation about how we had mutual friends at one of my where I went to high school. So it was really cool. But things happened, and she connected with Curtis really quick, and I connected with Christina really quick. So like it was a situation like we never knew. Like everything got flipped upside down. But I mean, towards the end of the show, you see us connecting. So
So I gotta say, man, out of both seasons, no cast member on either one has had as much of bad luck as you have. I mean, you're down to two girls. I mean, what were you thinking when you found out that you were down to just two girls just a couple weeks ago?
I mean, at the time, they were like two girls that I basically wanted nothing to do with. I wouldn't say it was like completely bad luck. Like my journey through the house, like I loved it. Like going into the three truth booths, and I actually got to experience the whole house for all 10 weeks. So um, it wasn't too bad of luck. It was like in the end, like right now, sitting in my bed, I could say it was probably good luck. So, but when it came down to like Bree and Tyler, I wasn't happy. Like to be honest, I
They
wasn't
were,
that happy. But that started changing towards the end.
yeah, they weren't either.
Yeah,
'Cause I remember when it was down to the two of them, they're like, we don't want to be his match, no.
yeah.
So I want to let you guys know that you guys can ask Brandon anything on Twitter using the hashtag AskBrandon. We'll get to your questions in about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So I went to your bio real quick on MTV.com. Talk about your job as a cancer researcher.
Well, that's just something like I got into after I graduated. Like I got my degree and I wanted to use it. I wanted to put it to use. The thing was, like, I'm doing it now, but um, it's not something that I'm super passionate about. I am very passionate about playing poker. I love playing poker. It's my real job. That's why I live out here in Vegas. And I I'm gonna start putting more focus into poker because I actually do better doing that than my real job. It's just when I got my degree, I wanted to do something with it because I worked my ass off to get it, and I got this. It's a good job. It's just it's not something that I want to do every day.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
seems like it's a good job. And so yeah, how long have you been playing poker for?
been playing poker since I was 12, and just started with like free online tournaments, like free rolls they're called, where like 5,000 people in the tournament, and I don't know, I just always had like this natural ability to play, and it's a fun game for me, and it's fun how like it's cool how I can make money while having fun at the same time.
Yeah, it definitely seems cool. So let me see if I can find any questions using the hashtag. Um, let's get to them putting you in the cheap booth 3 times. I don't know if you've seen my tweets and my blog posts. How am I gonna word this right? You guys, up until last couple weeks, you guys had no idea what you guys were doing. Is that fair? Is that a fair assessment? I'm not saying you particular, but
No, no. We had a lot of ideas of what we were doing. Like, okay, here's the thing with our show is they're they don't put strategy on TV because it's boring for people who are watching MTV. Um, for people who are super fans, I think that strategy is very important, but it's not something like that they are willing to waste their TV time on. We're in that house 24 hours, like 24/7, like doing nothing but talking strategy, drinking alcohol, and talking to people. That's all we have to do. So there is so much strategy. I can't even explain how much we talked strategy. Um, like it always came up. Like you have nothing else to talk about. I would just be laying down in bed with Christina, and we'd just randomly be talking about like strategy. Like it always happens, and we don't get that edit because it's boring. So
Mhm.
that's that's the case with people thinking that we're not using strategy. We are a lot of it, and like you guys do not want to hear it all because it's big arguing. Like, dude, the first like 3 weeks was pure Leighton just yapping, dude. Leighton was yapping, and everybody was listening.
Yeah. The reason why I said I'm kind of not feeling strategy is because the way that, like the first couple of matches ceremonies, it was never you. It was like people like Layton, Jess, Dario, Garland. They'd always be picking the same people, and it just didn't even make sense because if you pick the same people, they're going to cancel each other out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that one of my main things was definitely mix up. Like I mean, I think that week one nobody should have sat with the same matches that they sat with on week two. Like not one matchup. Like from week one to week two should have been a complete reverse of each other. Like you need to experiment with the lights and eventually like things start falling into place. Yeah, it looks bad. Like we would have had another horrible matchup ceremony if we switched completely from what we did in matchup one. But like just getting the information from matchup ceremonies is enough, and like it's a slow process. Like
Yeah.
to do good in the beginning is not something that you should expect.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, like we saw Bree and Curtis pick each other 4 times in a row, and that didn't work out. And then other people picking stuff in a row. It was just frustrating me because until you get confirmed matches, you don't
Yeah, that's the funny thing is like
switch it up.
you can be in the Are You the One house, and they did pick each other 4 times in a row, and Pratt and Paris would have done the same thing probably if they didn't get into that truth booth that week. You can think that you have the strongest fucking. Are we allowed to cuss on this?
Go for it.
You could think you have the strongest fucking connection with somebody, and it just doesn't mean anything in Are You the One? Nobody knows what they're really doing, and like it was weird. Like Curtis would get up there and go like, we're for sure a match. It's cool to be representing the house as like the couple in the house. I was like, dude, are you serious? Like nobody knows why somebody's your match until like the end when until you really have to like kind of dive into it. Because you can dive into it as much as you want, but as soon as that screen says no match, all that diving that you just did was apparently wrong, and you have no idea why. So,
Speaking of truth boost, you went in the first 3 times. Were you thinking I mean, the only one that made sense was the second one, even though you were with Bree and Curtis and
here's the thing,
Alex and Jasmine.
okay, they all sort of make sense. It just looks bad on TV. Jess and me came in that house like rocking, dude. Like me and Jess came in that house rocking, just having fun. Like we were flirty. Like not me and Jess personally were flirty, but we were flirty hella with everybody else. And like I wasn't just all on one person. Like we were flirty with everybody in like those first weeks. So like we came in there hot. The other options were Pratt and Paris, but they did fake that fight. So Jess and I wasn't a horrible option, but like me and her knew we weren't a match. But that was the second day.
Yeah.
And we when you're on the date, you're not allowed to talk about how your date went. Like the house has to guess. So so they just guessed it would be me and Jess after the Pratt and Paris fight. So that one wasn't too bad. It looks bad, but it wasn't. The second one was me at 11, and that was a rough one. That one made the most sense for sure, because obviously we were going crazy about each other in that house. And then the third one, me and Alex, they don't show it, but me and Alex were hanging out me and Alex were chilling together every day. So everything kind of made sense. For like, if it didn't make sense, they wouldn't have done it. So it made sense at the time.
Okay. The reason why I said it was the third episode. I don't remember. I think it was Leighton and Ashley who was one of them. I don't remember who the third one was, but I was like, they're putting this guy in every single week. It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
don't they want to? Everybody else
going in the truth booth is usually not a fun thing. So it was definitely, it takes a toll on you for sure.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot this season that we had not you went in 3 times. We had a couple other people. I believe it was John and Jazz, and they both went in twice. I mean, Christina did too. So I mean, a lot of people have been getting a lot of no matches on the screen, and I bet it was tough for the house.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Those no matches help a lot too. They don't hurt you. They never hurt you. They only help you. We are doing pretty well with perfect matches. Like, you know how hard it would be to nail those perfect matches early on with no information?
Yeah.
The way that our perfect matches are rolling now is exactly how it should be done. I think the game we're playing isn't too bad, to be honest. It's just in the beginning, those matches are so hard to hit, you know? Like, just sending a random ass couple with all the possibilities that are open in the beginning of the game makes it incredibly hard to just nail one of those perfect matches early on. So, like, obviously my 3 no matches were, like, they make sense because that was at the most difficult time of the game. We have no information.
Mm-hmm. So let me see here. I know somebody, I don't remember who it was, but somebody asked if you were a One Direction fan on Twitter. I don't remember who it was exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a One Direction, like, a huge fan, but when they are on the radio and I have my radio on, I can rock to that shit. I can rock to anything on my radio. I can. I'm not gonna lie about it.
So like I said, you guys can ask Brandon questions using the hashtag AskBrandon. Um, got a lot of Brazilian fans I've seen. Uh,
Yeah, Brazil goes hot on the show.
Laner Mahez wants to know if you ever want to come to Brazil.
I mean, fly me out there, I'll come.
I would love. That's where season 3 should be. Don't you think?
Brazil?
Yeah.
There's like a lot of good spots. I mean, wow. I think they should do it in Cabo.
Yeah, it seems like the theme for for Are You the One is tropical, so I think Cabo would work.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. So
Dude, Puerto Rico, I had no idea what it was like even going into it. So it was cool going. It
yeah,
was really green. It was
was
like
it?
everything was green. And all we had to eat was like, okay, in the house, we had basically whatever we wanted. On all the getaway dates, the food that we had was all plantains. Everything was fucking plantains. We even had hamburgers with plantains engraved into the burger. So it's crazy. They love plantains.
Hmm.
What can I say?
Yeah. Um, let's get into all the challenges. I liked how on last week's episode Ryan called you Mr. Challenge.
You did call me
Like,
Mr. Challenge.
did
I
you,
am.
did you think you'd be as successful on this channel on this season with? I mean, you obviously you probably thought you were going to do great on the ones by yourself, but I mean, some of them you had to do with somebody. So, like, how do you explain how great you've been doing this season?
Well, I I mean that was like one of my goals was like to win every single one. It was funny like they didn't show this, but like on week 1, like first day in the house, I was going out to everybody. I was like, I'm gonna guarantee victory on this first challenge. Like I'm gonna guarantee you guys that I win this, and watch, it's gonna happen. And then that would just keep happening every week. I'd be like, I guarantee victory, you guys. Like no matter what, I'm gonna win this challenge. And like the thing about the challenges is like they're so cool to win because you get to leave that house. All we did in that house was drink, talk strategy, and like talk to people. So that gets kind of boring. You need your alone time. You need to be doing something more interesting. So going in like going on speedboats was great. Like that was my main motivation to win the challenges was just to leave the house.
Hmm. You
And
guys have some great dates this season. They always
what?
they always hit home runs with what kind of dates they have you guys do.
Oh yeah, the dates are fantastic. They just give us crazy stuff to do, and I love it. Like uh, the parasailing was cool. Like just like me and Bree were screaming at the top of our lungs on those parasails, like just screaming. Like it's such a like it's really nice just getting out of the house. I can't tell you enough. Like just staying in that house will make somebody go crazy.
Especially with the
And
people.
that shows. Like people go crazy. People start punching walls. Um, people people go crazy. The funny thing, the thing about the challenges is like no matter how cookie cutter they were or how easy that people thought they were, at the end of the day, we were all on an even playing field to win those challenges, you know? So if somebody wants to say they're easy or somebody wants to say that they were an easy challenge, they could have won them then if they were so easy, but they didn't. So I hate that anybody who downplays the simpleness of the challenges. Like if they're so simple, then win them.
One
I
second.
will, well, you know.
Sorry about that, Brandon. My brother was just
You're
came
good.
home for a minute
You're good.
on his break at work.
You're good.
Um, what was your favorite and least favorite challenge so far?
Um, favorite. I mean, I like them all. Just getting out of the house, going to do the challenges was fun. Like that was probably my favorite part. I miss them actually. Like I actually have my challenge things that I won hanging up on my wall. See that? So they're like trophies for me.
Oh, nice.
Um, yeah, and I mean the physical ones obviously are the best because you get to show off, um, and I'm good at that. I like making an entrance. I like the attention. I don't need the attention, but I love it, and I was winning. I was winning them all. I loved it.
Yeah, you were. Except for that parents one, huh?
Um, oh yeah,
I don't. Did
dude.
you put Jasmine's dad with Ashley?
Yeah, my mic fell off. It was like hanging, dangling, and I was like trying to fix that instead of doing my matches, and I just ran out of time. We only had like 60 seconds, and it goes quick. It goes really quick. And after I lost that one, the house was mad at me for that. They said that I threw the challenge. They thought I threw it. So
Please, please, please. So let's get into some of the guys in the house, because I know you've had. Before we get into some of the ones that you've had issues with, who out of the guys did you get along with the most?
I didn't really get along with any of them. I mean, I'd probably say Pratt. Pratt was gone early. Um, Garland, Layton, Dario, like Anthony. Like we got along. We just weren't like really good friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Garland, he doesn't get that much airtime, but whenever, I don't know if you noticed this watching it, whenever the whole truth booth thing happens, he's always front and center.
He's always what?
He's always like right in front of everything. He's always jumping up and down.
Dude, Garland's a hype machine. That's what Garland is. Like he hypes shit up. Like it, he literally hypes everything up. He's a hype machine. So like he Garland would just be walking around the house saying, "Turn up, turn up, turn up." And one week he was sick. One week he was sick and he lost his voice. And he sounded like Mickey Mouse and he was screaming "Turn up," and it was the funniest thing in the world because he wouldn't stop doing it and he was cracking everybody up. Shout outs to Garland. That dude's hilarious in real life. Hilarious.
Let's get into the three guys that you've had issues with the majority of the season. Starting with two of them have to do with them being involved with Christina, and one was just at that match. Starting with John. He won that day with Christina, and when did you find out that she kissed him?
When did I? Oh, I found out at that truth booth ceremony. Obviously, I was shocked by it. You saw my face. I was being comforted. It's not something that I really wanted to hear about. Like I would have preferred. I found out at that truth booth ceremony, and like it's just funny because I wasn't interfering in their date at all. Like I let them do whatever they wanted to do, and I didn't even look at them once. I didn't even look at them. They were doing their own thing. I was with Alex on my date, and that's how that date went. And then when I get back, I find out. And then after that, after I went into the truth booth, then she came and told me that basically he asked and she didn't want to be rude to him. Like so she did it, even though, I mean, with what she said there, like she didn't want to do it. So, but
To think, I know you're a fan of season 1. Do you think if Shanley ever did that, Chris T would have lost his shit?
yeah, it's just like here's how the house goes, okay? Here's how the house goes. These 20 people that you're with, they're your only people. They're your only people to go to. she was my best friend in the house, and she was my person in the house, and she was who I could go to, and I didn't have a lot of people like that to go to in the house. I had Alex and Christina and Jasmine, like those girls, and in real life, what you do when you aren't happy with something or your girlfriend is with another guy or your girlfriend is kissing another guy, you move on and you go play tennis and you go play poker and you go karting and you go do something fun. Well, in Are You the One, all you have to do is hang out with these people some more and watch what they're doing. So those were my people. I didn't want to like just stop talking to a person that I had to live with like because of that or a kiss. Like that's not really a big deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's what we had to do. I had to live there. So I lived. And outside of the house, if that ever happened, it wouldn't fly with me. So that's just
So what? So what was your biggest issue with John, and where do you guys stand now?
John. And like the biggest issue with John was that like he he always like threw things in people's faces. Like he would throw things in someone's face. Um, like at the matchup ceremonies, like or at that truth booth when he said that they made out a little. Like I didn't think it was necessary, and he just blew that up. And the thing is, after the show, everything's cool. Like me and John are cool.
Mhm.
Like
I wish you I
we
wish you
don't.
would have been with Jenny the whole time because I liked him with Jenny.
Yeah, but that's the thing is it's so hard to just be like just to track down your perfect match. Like he couldn't do that.
Yeah. And then moving on to a guy who I actually spoke with Sunday on Spreecast, Curtis. You guys had a heated exchange after the fifth match ceremony. Thing that bugs me about Curtis before I get your thoughts on him, every time he says, "Oh, I have found it in one time," like you said in that matchup ceremony, he got lucky. So what was going on with that whole confrontation with you two? And do you regret throwing him and Brianna under the bus at all?
Throwing who under the bus?
Curtis and Bree?
No, I don't regret it because Curtis was one of the people who was like, stick to your word. Like, he's real calm about it. He's like, stick to your word. Like, do what you got to do. But if there are no match, they're no match for a reason. And like, don't like, you shouldn't be talking. Like, you shouldn't be doing anything with your no match romantically. Right after the no match, like this was on the show. So I mean, I'm repeating myself here, but like. I completely understand why they did it because I was doing it. Like, I am not hating them for it. But when you say that you're not going to do it, that's where the issue is. Like, I never said that I was going to stop talking to Christina. Curtis said he was going to stop and find his match. Like, he didn't even really give his perfect match a chance. So, it I just thought it was hypocritical and like it just sucked. Like me and Christina were taking a lot of the heat and Curtis was doing the same exact thing every week. It would have been very interesting to see what would have happened if if we didn't have the Shelby Curtis perfect match that week. Would have been very interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It bugged
he
me a
can
lot.
say all day that he found Shelby strategically, but that was luck. So, bottom line, every week somebody thought somebody knew was their perfect match, and that applies to everybody. So,
Yeah, it bugged the crap out of me when Ryan kept on asking, "Do you think to the house is Brandon and Christina ruining the game?"
yeah, we weren't ruining the game at all.
I mean,
Like,
Christina and Stanley, you could make the argument that they were, because Chris T was all about Stanley. But as far as I can see on the show, you were going on dates, and so was she. and yeah, you guys would still hang out and do do the stuff.
Yeah, Christina was all over the place, and I was all over the place. Like, we were doing our thing. It's just at the end of the day, we would always come back together. Like, we were giving people chances. At the end of the day, we came back to each other, but we were all over the place. Like, for real, all over the place.
Yeah.
But,
I
like,
remember the episode it was when you went on the date with Jasmine. Was that the one, right one? Yeah.
yeah.
I bet that's one comment you wish you could have taken back. The whole Christina's a good friend of mine and blah blah blah. Because she got really mad.
Uh, I mean, she told me to go find my match. Like,
Yeah.
she was like, I don't care, go find your match. She said that to me all the time. She always said, go find your match. Okay, well, I'll try.
So should we move on to primetime Siebes?
Yeah.
Oh man, this kid.
Prime time.
I thought Ryan from season 1 was bad, and then you got the chance to meet him. Oh my god, he's 10 times worse.
Who?
Nate.
Oh, Nate.
Yeah.
He's a young guy. He's young. He's very he's a young guy. That's what Nate is. So I mean, like, he says things don't make a lot of sense sometimes, but I like Nate. Like, in real life, I like Nate. In the house, no.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Going off of what I see on that show, he seems like is it fair to compare those two, Nate and Ryan?
Nate and Ryan. No, it's not at all. It's not. Because season 1, Ryan was apparently like the mastermind of the house, and he wasn't even like close to being as emotional as Nate was. And girls in the house, like, it seemed like the girls in the house loved Ryan, and like Ryan wouldn't get like hella upset about things, and Nate, you saw Nate, he got fucking upset about Shelby, like really upset about Shelby and really upset about Christina, and like that's where Nate had like his blinders on. It's like there's a huge difference of what happened with Nate and what happened with me. It's like with Christina and I, I mean, it was like something we were mutual about. We obviously kept going back to each other, and we cared about each other in the house, you know. But with Nate, it was always like he would think that the girl cared about him, like Shelby, and obviously she was giving you cues that showing you like she's trying to stop, dude, like, and you're not. And then like same thing with Christina. It's like he was like he always thought it was stronger than it actually was. With mine, it was strong, and that's where my sadness came in. His sadness was out of something that probably shouldn't have been there.
You didn't make the cut, right?
He did not make the cut, and he was on the back burner.
I gotta say, man, my number one favorite moment as far as for slick moves happened in season 1 with Scally and Paige. I don't know if you remember that.
Ooh, that was good. Are you talking about the refrigerator where he pinned her up against the refrigerator and like snuck up on her?
Yeah, you act like you're going up to Nate, and then you went over to Christina. That's a close number 2 for me.
Dude, that was so sick. Yeah, like I ran and I just like, I mean, he was pissing me off so bad. Like, he was calling her a skank. Like, I'm never gonna allow that. And he was just calling her a skank. He was being a child there. And
then on the extended scene, Ellie comes into it. Just didn't make sense to me. I love Ellie on the show, but sometimes she gets in.
Ellie defends anybody who she likes, even if she's wrong. Like, she was wrong there. She shouldn't have been defending Nate. Like, okay, here's where the line needs to be drawn for Are You the One? It's like you're no match with somebody, right? You get hated on for sticking with the person, and you get hated on for not sticking with the person. Like, where's the middle ground here? Like, where is it? Like, Nate, you were no match. Like, you were criticizing people for not leaving each other. She's doing what you want, and everybody in the house has been saying to do the whole time. So, yeah, she left like 10 minutes later, and technically that's the best thing you can do, right? According to what our house thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched that extended scene yesterday, and I believe it was her that. I think the only time I disliked her was the two extended scenes on MTV.com, where the first one was Jenny, and then talking about Ellie, of course. First one was with Jenny, and then the second one was with you guys. And
Alcohol is involved in that.
yeah,
um, she was defending Nate. That's it. Like, nothing wrong with that. I don't think. Like, maybe she was in the wrong. It all depends on your perspective on things. Like, I like Ellie, so it didn't really faze me. Like, when she says like mean things to me, it doesn't really bother me. So I don't really care. It's like I like her, so it doesn't matter.
she slapped you pretty hard though. A couple in
I
the deleted
let
couple.
her slap me, and it was. It's funny. You could tell when it was after the matchup ceremony when I went crazy. The one where I was like, I'm done with this game. That was after that matchup ceremony. I was still in the purple shirt, and I was like, dude, Ellie, what went on out there, dude? Like, I went crazy. Like, I need a reality check. And then she just slapped me really hard. I was like, I needed that.
Love that accent.
That was a good scene. I actually loved that one.
Love that accent on her, Ellie. So let me see here. Joka Zo 33 wants a birthday shout out if you can give that to him.
What is the name?
Joka Zoe 33.
Joka Zoe. Happy birthday, bitch.
Let me see here. Underscore KNDLXIRX wants to know if, when Christine was trying to find her perfect match, did you ever doubt your feelings for her?
It was all I'm gonna say about that. It was a tough place to live in the house sometimes, especially if you get feelings for somebody. I got feelings for somebody. Yeah, I think that it could have been done in a little bit of a different way, and we talked about that. But at the end of the day, you got to let somebody do what they want to do, and if she wanted to do that, that's fine. And if I wanted to accept it, that's on me, and I did. So I did at the time. So that one's all on me. And no, I didn't doubt anything. But after the show, you definitely see things that you don't agree with, and you realize kind of why somebody's not your match anymore.
Mm-hmm. Is that a little bait for the reunion?
No.
Yeah.
No, that has nothing to do with the reunion. But
I was just checking there. My buddy DC. I don't know if you followed DC Cueva. He has a blog where he does.
DC is like one of our biggest supporters.
It's so awesome. For those of you guys who don't know who DC Cueva is, he gets all the tweets from Are You the One, Real World, The Challenge, and he copies and pastes them, and he puts it on a thing called DC Social Post. It's incredible. But anyways, DC, he wants to know, what was your favorite part of the whole experience and being in Puerto Rico?
Definitely the challenges. My favorite part was the challenges, the dates, and like the first couple nights. the first couple nights was something like you can never like. I don't know. I never had a feeling like I had a really like cool feeling in my like chest. It's like you can't even explain it. It was first time on TV, cameras all around. It was exciting, and like you make like these special connections with people, and I'll never forget it. It was the greatest. It was the greatest time of my entire life.
Yeah, was this the first time you've tried out for a reality show, or did you try for others?
Yeah, this is the first time I tried out for a reality show.
You know anybody who tried out for other ones that you can think of?
No, no, I don't.
No. There probably was a few though.
But I mean, Big Brother would be cool.
Yeah, I just got into it this season, Big Brother.
Oh, this was a good season to get into because this was a good one.
It was always with the house though, which kind of annoyed me. But
Shout outs to Zach.
yeah. Fancy pants.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let me see if we got any more questions. We can't ask anything about the status with Christina yet. I'll get you back on after the reunion. We can talk about you and Christina because give me a little bit of a teaser. What are we gonna see at this reunion? And is it gonna be in 2 weeks on MTV or is it gonna be next week?
I mean, at this reunion, you're gonna see. I don't know. I can't. It gets crazy. I'll tell you that. The reunion gets crazy. It.
Will we see any text messages like we did last season?
Any text messages? That's so funny.
Great.
I could have. You know what's funny? When I watched season 1 reunion, I thought the text messaging parts was like the best part. Like when they had to go back and. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was the best part when they had to go back and like grab the phone. It was hilarious. As for us, we don't have any phone scenes.
Ryan was like to Scally, "Is this a booty call?"
Yeah.
What do you? How are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Mr. Devlin?
Dude, the guy is an instigator. He's pure on an instigator. Like he's funny. He's funny. He's a funny dude. He definitely, I'll call him Mr. Instigator. He likes to stir it up, and he does a good job of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been watching this season of Survivor, and I think if he took some notes on Jeff Probst and how he instigates it, he can do a lot better. I mean, he did good this season, but I think if he took some notes off of Jeff Probst, I think he'd be even better.
I gotta watch that show.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh yeah. The fans that have been watching for a while have said that they're not the biggest fans of this season, but I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get new stuff, it's probably good, especially.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna watch this next Real World?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a hot blonde on it?
Yeah, Madison.
I'll watch.
Yeah, hot blonde. So I see why you like Christina because you're into all the blondes, huh?
Oh, I'm so into blondes. I love blondes.
Then you pick. I believe you picked Shelby once, didn't you?
I didn't pick Shelby. No, I never picked Shelby. I picked. Oh, you're talking about at a matchup? Yeah, not for a date though.
Yeah. And Daria was getting all butthurt about it. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. So let me see another tweet. Ooh, the one that asked the question about the finding a perfect match. He's actually from Argentina. Get some. Yeah, are you the one got a big fan base, huh?
I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah. She wants to know if I'm gonna change the word "if" to "how." How has this show changed your life?
How has the show changed my life?
Mm-hmm.
I just think I think it's great. It was a great like finding out like why, like, what people think that you require in your life, like the person that you need to be with at the end of the day. Like, it was cool discovering like the reasons of why somebody's your perfect match, and I learned what kind of a person that would make more sense for me.
So it definitely helped you as far as for what you're gonna look for in a potential future partner.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. Couple more questions and then we'll wrap this up. I remember I had Joey on last season and I asked him, because I know we only see 12, actually no, it's 10 hours, excuse me, of filming. What is something that you wish would have made air that unfortunately didn't make the cutting before?
I feel like I don't know, just more scenes of me and Christina, more scenes of me and Bree. I just wish there was more. I don't know. I there's Nothing's like popping into my head. I just know there's so many cool things that happen between those two girls and me that I wish would have made screen time.
Man, who would have thought? Who would have thought that you're? I mean, I know you can't tell us if she's your match yet or not, but who would have thought the one girl that you got into a argument on the first day and then the fifth match ceremony? Who would have thought that one girl would be your top choice as of this moment?
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't have ever expected it. Um,
I love Brie. Brie was one of my early favorites. So.
yeah, so I mean, one episode left. It's between Bree and Tyler, but it's been me and Bree on these last two dates. So right now in the house, where my mindset is we know where we're going on the last. Well, I know what's going to go down for me on the last one. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I thought all season okay, and I don't know if you watched my recap with Whitney. Like, oh, they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. But after episode 9,
Yeah, like I said, everything starts falling into place. Like you have so much more information to go off of,
you guys
and
have you guys had no twists this season like last season, huh? With the truth booth.
we didn't have any special gifts. I
That's
know last season they had a double truth booth, which is so good, and then like last season they also had like eligibility of like four couples. It was three couples every single week for us. Like there was no change to that. Last season they had like where they could get like four couples on that board. Just a lot more options, and then they had one more thing. I forgot what else they had, but I know they had a couple extra truth booth incentives.
yeah. Yeah, I was talking with Wit, and at the point where you guys had the second blackout, I was like, they really need help. They really need like a double truth booth or pick from anybody. And you guys never got it. Do you think it was because of the 11th girl twist
Um, what?
that you guys didn't get anything like extra for the truth booth or anything?
Yeah, I don't think it was because of that. I just think this time around they wanted it to be more difficult, and it was. Um, there's easy ways to like we made it harder on ourselves with the 11th girl thing. Like there's ways to make it so she was basically like it didn't matter too much. Because all you have to do is just not pick her for a matchup ceremony, and then with the truth booths, like you can put her in any truth booth that she's eligible for. Like that would have made the 11th girl thing way better for us. But you know what? We were making connections, and we were picking her for matchup ceremonies, so we did it to ourselves.
Yeah. Last thing, and then we'll sign off. Now you can't say if you won the money yet, but if you won the money, I know you're a big gambler, poker player, but I'm gonna change it to roulette. You gonna put 50,000 on red or black?
I'm going 50,000 on red all day.
Yeah. I don't know. I know you said you're a big fan of other shows. Do you remember Rural Vegas?
Um, yeah, that was one of my favorite seasons.
Yeah,
My favorite season
I
was
had it
New
for like
Orleans.
$400 on a 300, $400 on Red, and he ended up winning.
Yeah, and didn't they go to the club later or something too? Like right after that.
That was so bomb.
Adam was Adam was like one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
The-
name
My
some of
favorite
your favorites.
real world characters of all time are like the characters that like a lot of people didn't like. Like from New Orleans, my favorite character was Ryan Leslie. He was
Oh, I
like,
hated him.
yeah. So Ryan Leslie, yeah, exactly. See, like Ryan Leslie was my favorite character from New Orleans, just because I like he made the show entertaining for me. And then, and like I like the people that fucking are not normal. I like the entertaining people. And then Adam, he was the fucking, he was like an outlaw, dude. He didn't care about anything, and he made the show entertaining for me. So I liked Adam.
Hmm. Have you
Those
met
are my,
anybody? Have you met anybody or talked to anybody on the phone from the real world?
um, no, I talked to season one people, but I don't talk to real world people. Like it would be cool. I love the real world people. Add me on Twitter. Talk to me.
That's at Tindel 10.
Yeah, at Tindel10.
Yeah. So yeah, we got one more week and then the reunion. So after that, what do you have going on? What do you have going on? I mean, I know you're doing your thing in Vegas. You got the poker thing going.
Yeah,
What
playing
do you have going on?
poker, playing a lot of tennis, working out. Maybe they'll throw me on a challenge one day so I could fucking throw Johnny Banana's head into the dirt and
Uh-oh.
maybe that'll go down.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
I'm gonna tweet bananas this if you give me the green light to do it.
No, I'm
He's
mostly
gonna be
joking
like,
when I say that,
he's
but
gonna be like,
I
yeah, this kid.
no, I'm mostly joking when I say that. But like, I would love to compete with those people. Like, man, that would be fun.
I love it. I love it that they're crossing over shows. I mean, I was thinking, okay, probably won't happen, but Brittany,
Dude, man,
Adam,
it's great.
John, and Simone, I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and Are You the One personalities are pretty good, so it should make for some entertaining TV.
Now, I'll always back you guys up as far as people being like, oh, they're from another show, they shouldn't be on. Like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
but isn't that like how the challenge got like originated anyways? Like the challenge is just like it's like Real World was the farm, and Road Rules was even like a system to get in at one point, wasn't it?
yeah,
So
road.
like, so like these MTV shows with like the age group that we have and like the looks that they're looking for and like the body types and all that, the personalities, like it makes perfect sense for AYTO because those are the same people that they put on the Real World. So like at the end of the day, they're just people. They're
Mhm.
just people. Like it doesn't matter what show you were on. It just matters that you're meeting that like criteria of what they're looking for. And Are You the One is like almost exactly the same as the Real World. So
Yeah, so
it makes a lot.
I'm gonna let you build your team. Are you the one versus the challenge? I did a post on this. I'm gonna update it, and you'll definitely be on it.
This will be interesting. This will be
But
interesting.
you want to go 5 guys or 6 guys and 6 girls?
Let's go five, just to make it a little simple, you know.
And mix the seasons in if you can.
Of okay, so I have to recruit 4 other dudes on my team from season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to recruit 4 other guys. Okay, so I'll take from my season, I'll take Anthony
Okay.
and I'll take God. I don't want them to cry when I don't pick them, but I'll take Anthony and I'll take Leighton just because he's big. That's it. I'm taking the big oaf. I'm doing it. And then I'll from the 2 that I'll recruit from season 1, I'll take Chris T, and I'll take Scally.
Scally, huh? I like
Yeah.
it. But what five girls? I know you're taking your girl Shanley, right?
Oh, 100%. I'm taking Shanley, and I'm taking. You know who seems kind of fierce to me? That Jess girl. No, I'll take
I
Brittany.
can't.
I'm gonna take Shanley and Brittany. I'm gonna take Shanley and Brittany. And from my season, I'm taking Bree and
You got
um,
two more.
wait. Oh yeah, because I have to pick an extra girl, huh? Okay, I'll take Shanley, Brittany, Bree, Shelby, and Christina.
That should be a good one. I like those ones. So out of the between the two teams that are on this one,
I mean, who would
um,
you take? Who would you take?
I think for the guys I would go with Joey, Wes, you're this guy right here. Um,
Joey would be. I mean, Wes would be. I forgot. I forgot about Wes. Wes would probably be pretty good, huh?
oh yeah,
Yeah. So
he
Joe.
he
Okay.
for rivals him and Ryan for rivals three would be awesome.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
So you Joey, Wes. Wow. I'm curious to see how Adam does in this one, so I'd take Adam.
Yeah, he's
I feel
not.
like the cast is gonna love him or hate him. There's no in between.
I don't think there will be any love there.
You don't think so?
No, that's my guess. My guess is I don't think there
The
will
guy,
be any love.
the guy's,
Adam
but
has an
he
attitude.
comes off douche.
That
As a,
it just doesn't work sometimes when you have an attitude like that.
who would be my number five? Who would be my number five? I'll go with AP because besides you, he won a lot. He won a lot, didn't he?
I mean,
Not as much
I
as
don't
Mr.
even know.
Challenge.
Is he even on our show?
I know, right?
Oh, I don't even know who that is. So
Our Garland. Who's Garland?
I mean, Garland's on the show more than him, more than that other guy. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then for the girls, I'd go with Shanley, no doubt about it. Brittany, Simone, because I'd want her to start fights with the other team.
I'm so stoked to see Brittany on this next season. You have no idea.
Uh-huh.
Like, I want to see what her personality's like when she's not like hella into Adam anymore. But like, I hope she's not, because like, I hung out with Brittany at reunion, and she's awesome. I hung out with Brittany
She's
and
gonna be one of the ones I get on during the challenge. Uh,
what?
she's gonna be one of the ones I get on, no doubt, during the
Yeah,
challenge.
she
I
is,
tried
and
getting on during the season, but never worked out.
I'm
So
stoked to see her.
who else would I bring? Shanley, Brittany, Jasmine. I love Jasmine.
She's pretty fierce.
It's
She's good. She's good.
Jordan Sparks. Uh,
The only reason I chose Shelby over Jasmine is because I know Shelby really, really wants to be on it, like
yeah,
pretty bad. It's like her dream, so that's why I chose Shelby over Jasmine.
that's what I take.
Jasmine's probably the better pick though, like fierceness wise. She's fierce. She's a fierce chick.
That's what I take.
And she raps too. She's a good rapper.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm trying to get her on here, and I said as soon as I get you on here, you're gonna drop a beat for me.
Yeah, you should do that ASAP. You should try to get her to rap for you. She's really good.
Who else would I get on? I wouldn't want Jenny on because I think she'd have. I love Jenny on the show, but I feel like she'd be too interested in the guys.
Yeah.
Kayla. Kayla, but Kayla's the exact same thing. But I would bring Kayla on because she was a beast.
Was she?
Uh huh. And then Christina. Yeah, I'd have to bring Christina. You have to.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to thank you, man, for coming on. It's been a blast. Maybe we can get something happening after reunion. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll see. Just hit me up, dude.
Yeah, let people know where they can find you all over social media.
It is Tindel 10, Tindel 10 on everything: Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, yeah, it's Tindel 10. My last name with a 10 at the end.
Hmm. So
Cool, dude.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if you guys win it all Monday. I saw. I'm not going to give it away. The three nominees for the truth book, but they showed a preview on MTV.com. I hope the ones that go in are a perfect match, and if you guys get it, I think you guys will win it.
Thanks, dude. I hope we win too. I'm stoked to see the last episode, so that should be good. Um, Thanks for having me on, man. It was fun.
Last question: who's hosting the reunion?
Who's hosting the reunion? Ryan will be.
Oh, thank God! I don't want Nicole. I didn't want Nicole on it. No more D-bag move of the week or no more dirty deeds.
Oh, I mean, are you sure you don't want to talk about Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt some more?
Oh man.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about other celebrities while we're talking about our show?
I know, right?
Are you sure you don't want to invite other guests from things that have nothing to do with our show onto our show?
Like her real life roommate.
Or wait, do you want to invite season 1 people as well? Like, I mean, or do you want to invite 5 chicks and only 1 guy to the aftermatch? I mean, I have a lot of issues. I'm airing them out. Putting it out in the air right now.
That's what podcasts are all about, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I definitely appreciate your time, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And I will be speaking with Tyler Abron next Wednesday. So I don't have a time confirmed yet, but as soon as I get it confirmed, it will be scheduled. I'll bring the hashtag out and.
Hey, and trust me this on Tyler. Hey, listen to me with this on Tyler. Do not let her fool you. Do not let her fool you one bit. Tyler had the biggest crush on me in that house, hands down. And that's not a fucking lie. She has it, hold on, exclusive. I'm giving you guys an exclusive because she will fucking lie to you straight up. Hold on. Hold on, guys. We have t-shirts that we wrote, all the people, okay? Tyler Abron. Tyler Abron. Hold on. Let me find it.
You're gonna be getting some hate tweets, I'm betting.
Oh, I actually, I can't say what I was about to say, but I'm just gonna say Tyler had a huge crush on me in the house. She's lying if she tells you that she didn't. I don't care. Just hear me out on this one. She did.
She beat you for week 2, so.
Yeah. She.
I don't know if that was strategic or if that was connection.
I mean, she denies because of her edit that she's getting. Trust me. Tyler was all over me the whole season.
Well, all right, guys. I definitely appreciate you, Brandon, for coming on, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much.